Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Test 1, 2. It should be working now. I do believe it's okay. I do believe we're naked by Funky C Funky Do. Comb your hair? Oh, combs my hair? I comb my own hair. Kinda. I have a hand and I have a brush. Christ, I need to shave. Holy moly. I look... What's like the... disheveled, I suppose is the word I was going to say. What's like the human version of dilapidated? Disheveled is there. New intro? Not. It's been the same. I have not changed it in many, many moons. I actually, while editing the final Nuzlocke video yesterday, there's this one that I just put up today. New Nuzlocke, by the way. Came out today. And then there's 2 or 3 more episodes after this. So, every Monday going forward, there's going to be a new Nuzlocke video. They're all edited. They're all scheduled, ready to go. I was reminded of a new channel point redeem that I wanted to make last year, and I just never got around to it. It's been about a year since I added a new one. It's actually crazy to think that it's been a whole year since the Playing with the Boys, since the Top Gun one. But I do have another one. Plan that I think is going to be a couple of people's new favorite for sure. So that's something I'm going to be working on, maybe not tomorrow, but like this week sometime. I still have a lot of like stream and like video and DXBL like updating to do. Yeah, it's been a year already. It's crazy. Because I did that for the launch of the second pack of Pokemon Pocket for the Mythical Island pack when we had the long 12-hour stream on the front page. And that was a year ago. I hope my mic is okay. I don't get to use the settings I want to use right now, which is unfortunate because my dishwasher is running. Which does mean it's going to be a little bit... I have to do a little bit extra work to get rid of the background noise. This is one of those things that's like a great example of like I am pretty anti-AI when it comes to like Gen AI stuff. I'm pretty on record about that. I don't think anyone's surprised hearing me say that. But there are plenty of like great applications. Like if you think about like a rotoscoping tool or whatever in Adobe After Effects or whatever, where I draw an outline around a guy and then it uses some small amount of machine learning and like checking against like a database to figure out what that guy's shape is in like the next like 60 frames, so I don't have to go and like draw a little chalk outline around the guy every single time. There's another thing which I've been using since like for like years, 5 years now, which is a plugin that NVIDIA has for your GPU that like actively removes background noise. And it's not perfect. Sometimes it makes my voice like blip 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 and it like gets crackly sometimes. But it's way better than just having like a constant like loud drone in the background. There are applications for this shit that are not just like, look, I made myself into a Ghibli character, or a Ghibli, I should say, sorry. Or like, hey, look, it's my dog. I made an AI picture of my dog. I couldn't take a picture of my dog. I don't know why I couldn't. Here's an AI version. I'm the stupidest guy on the planet. I don't get it, man. NVIDIA Broadcast is quite decent. What I'm actually using is the RTX plugin, RTX Voice, which is, it's a little out of date now, But what's really funny is that it was explicitly only for RTX cards, and I do not have an RTX card. I have whatever the other one is. Is it NTX? But there's literally one line of code in the like prompt file, the whatever the text file that you can edit, that just says like don't allow NTX cards to use this, and you can just turn that off. You can just delete that line. Because they want you to like pay for like the more expensive one, right? And so that was a really funny little hack 5 years ago. Now we're chilling. But yeah, it's not great. It is what it is. It's good in like a situation where you're stuck. It's not something I would like rely on, and it's something I don't rely on when I'm just like streaming normally and there's no background noise. I have my own setup, which I think sounds better. And I was actually really surprised watching the Mammon King video back, because I changed a bunch of settings. It's way louder than it used to be. I really nailed my compression levels and stuff like that. I think it sounds really good. I was really impressed with myself. It only took 5 years. Anyway. Tonight we got some Monster Rancher action. It's been a little while since we've done any Monster Rancher tournaments. We got some fun stuff. Mammon King has an update, by the way. What are these updates? Achievements. Refined UI. Okay, did they make it so the cards aren't just like plain text? It's not just a paragraph of like, this effect does this thing and then does this thing and then does this thing with like no line breaks or anything. I don't know. The thing that kind of kills me about Mammon King, and I'm trying real hard not to be a hater, I'm putting together a couple of videos about it right now. I'm probably going to do like a more in-depth review, but I just have the gameplay that I got to put up. And the whole like this is a labor of love thing is so obnoxious. Like keep hearing like, yeah, I don't, the streamer or the YouTuber who made the game doesn't care if the game is successful. He just wants to make his perfect game. And it might be like the most lacking in vision I've ever seen a game like in my life. Like none of the assets are handmade. Music is probably stock. I don't know if it is or not. I know all the assets are stock. Like all of the models are just things that they got out of free packs. It's literally the most like soulless like UI I've ever seen. Like there's, I can't actually believe they spent 160K on it. Like, that's the thing that kills me, is like 160K is really cheap to make a game, but when you're not actually making any of the stuff in it.
Oh no, I need your help.
Like the card art is AI. It's just they didn't make anything, man. I don't know, like where labor of love in what sense? Like who? Like it was a guy paid another person to make a game for him. And there was just like no vision at all. What game's that? Mammon King. Like a lot of these other like Monster Rancher type games that people are like never gonna finish. It's like you can tell there's like, you know, there's love and there's effort put into it. They might like look kind of crappy sometimes. You might be able to tell like, okay, this is way out of scope for them. It's way too ambitious. They're never going to make it happen. But I don't know, man. You'll finish your game? I believe in you. You've been the new models and textures you were showing off, especially for the fox, look really sick. Labor love digging a grave for the game. I don't even think it's like that bad. I think it's an $8 game or $10 game or whatever it is now. Like it feels exactly like that is the right price for it. It is a fine like 5 out of 10 game, maybe like 4.5 out of 10 game. Like, there's nothing special about it. It has no new ideas. I don't know. At a certain level, you have to shoot your shot, though, and better to finish than to give up. 100%. And that's the one thing that's like commendable about the game, right? Is that he wanted to make it, and he made it. So be it. You know, good for him. Like, genuinely good for him. But I really feel like he, and the reason I say this is because I'm in this situation right now with something I'm working on. It really feels like he had a text document of like, here's how I want the mechanics to work, and then he handed that to someone, and then they just like bought a bunch of asset packs and put it together with that. No, we don't need to like hate on the game. There's no reason to hate on it. I'm not trying to be negative in the sense of like, boo, people are trying things and they're not perfect, boo. It just feels like I don't... What's the point of like making the monster raising game if you're not going to make the monsters you're raising, right? I would assume at the very least, you'd be like, here's a cool guy I want to make. And then you send that to someone who like works in game dev, and they're like, sick, let me zhuzh it up a little bit, and we'll make a game out of it. Do you have any other ideas? And then you just go from there. I don't know, man. It's not me saying the game is lazy. I think the whole like game devs are lazy thing is like insane. To me, video games are still like magic. Like, I don't know how, like, it shouldn't work. The game shouldn't work. Like, any video game is just like, there's obviously a lot of effort put in. It's just that the whole like, I don't care how well this does, this is a labor of love type thing really rings like kind of hollow when it is maybe one of the most, like, if you didn't tell me this, I would be like, oh, this is like an asset flip cash grab. If I didn't have like, if I didn't understand like the background and all of that, I would just straight up be like, this is just somebody's like, I'm making a Monster Rancher with Unity assets. I don't know. I think maybe I would be a little bit less critical if the game didn't kind of like play itself. If it wasn't like maybe the easiest one of these games I've ever played. But, you know, Monster Rancher 1 has a lot of those same problems. They at least like made their own guys though. Anyway, enough of me being a negative Nelly. We got Surprise and Beware of Dog up first. We have a lot of matches to get through tonight. What is it? Join late? This is lightweight rank C. But we're just kind of lamenting Mammon King. I don't know if I want to make a critical video of it. I think it might be okay to just make like a little like 10-minute thing. But a little 10-minute thing for me could take months, right? Like the Meg Cargo video was like 200 hours of work. The Dragon Quest Monsters video was longer than that. Maybe I'll just do a little short review of it. I don't know. I am going to make a video on it. And I will say, I really do like some of the character designs. I really like the little, the old Swirlo guy we had. I think he's sick. I like a couple of them. It's not that any of the things in the game are inherently bad. It just kind of feels like calling it a labor of love is like very, like, world's biggest jerk-off motion, right? Like, I don't know, man. Beware of Dog, Entei Game 1. Huge news for Monster Rancher fans video, and it's just about Mammon King. Did you not see the Mammon King guy on the thumbnail though? Because I feel like that would have Oh, it was a push notification? Damn. That's so much worse, yeah. He got you with the clickbait. Ooh, that impressed big miss. I love how long the bombing sound effect keeps going after it's done. Charge. That's a push notification. I have to get my lightweights in. I missed. Might have missed one where they showed up magazine thrice dice. I don't know if either of those are in lightweight here. Let me check. Unless you entered them. Oh, I see thrice dice here. Yeah, I have yeah, thrice dice isn't in this one yet. And then we have Bitsy as well, which was uploaded. Yeah, these were uploaded a while ago. Let me see if I can get these in here. I have to reset real quick. Let me see real quick if Thrice Dice and Bitsy are in uploaded. Thrice Dice is in. Okay. So I'm going to put both of these in the tournament today. Which does mean we have 66 matches to get through. I don't know if we're going to get through all of it today. We'll do as much as we can tonight, and we'll spill over until tomorrow. Because I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Alright. This is going to change things up a little bit. So, apologies to the dog, but we got to do a different match entirely. At least it only happened now and not before, like we put like 40 more guys in. Hey, what's up? Alright, so Surprise is back up, but he's got to fight Nicotine. That's okay, we got a little bonus fight. But yeah, there's a lot of fights tonight. We'll do as much as we can. This is the problem when you have like 340 monsters in your league. Dog got a warm up? He did. He'll be good for the next one. Because have the dog have his win refunded? Well, it didn't count for the tournament. Nobody, there was no bets or anything like that. Rust Claw. A little bit of damage there. Surprise! It goes for the slaps. The slaps aren't going to do it. The Maximo Beam, not going to do it either. Damn, Nicotine's still hanging in there. Tanky boy. Bound charge at 83%. He grits, but there's not enough time left on the clock. Nicotine is going to lose game number 1. Building a roster of seldom used monsters in 2? Seldom used. Seldom used is hard because we see kind of everything. What would you guys say are like the rarest monsters to use? Oil spray. Bajarl might be up there. Hopper. Mochi. No, just in general. The Flare Slap, he's still in it though. Slash Claws! Oh! Nicotine is going to take game number 2. Here we go. Centaur? Yeah, I can see Centaur. Oh, the anger into the Frantic Beam, you got withered for a crazy amount. He's still in it, but I don't know. Nicotine's in trouble. Bombing. He's gonna get hit by the bombing on the 50-50. Surprise. Smoking him. Ghost feels rarest to me. Yeah, Ghost is definitely up there. Did you get... I don't want to, like... I'm not trying to start anything, because I truly don't care. But the Guide to Nerdhood made a video on secrets in Monster Rancher 2. And it's a lot of preamble, and then what ends up... The video ends up being how to unlock Duckin and Beaklon. It's a 20-minute video. I'm just like, come on, man, what are you doing? On channel and stuff like that. I'm not here to, like, I'm not trying to, like, dump on him, right? I don't want to say that. But I will say, for his own benefit, it's a very good thing that he already has an audience. I'm just gonna say. I was watching it and I was cracking up a little bit because I'm like, what are the secrets? So, like, what's gonna happen here? And then it was just how to unlock Duckin and the Beaklon. And then the reason I don't want to be mean about it is because people were, like, kind of giving him shit in the comments. And, you know, whatever, man. Like, a low effort video, people are gonna be talking shit. I will never talk shit in the YouTube comments. You will never see me leave a negative comment. It's subhuman to do that. If you don't like it, simply just don't comment and go away, right? But someone was like, could you have not explained what more of the unlocks were? He's like, I just wanted to do the most obscure ones. And I was just like, I don't know how to respond to that, but it made me laugh. Joker ate the Pop-Tart? Yeah. Weird comments about Pixie is always a sign. There's always... people are always going to be making weird comments about Pixie. It's going to be videos, it's going to be commenters. There's nothing you can do about it. Been interested in the uptick of Monster Rancher 2 content? For who? Him? Or me? Or who? I've been putting out more stuff, but it's just because I have more time. Some vids got to my feed about secrets of Final Fantasy, and they're all common knowledge for GFAX lurkers. I mean, that stuff is like... It's fine. Somebody always is like learning about something for the first time, right? Trying to get bad natured crit bonus. Do I just do 9 heavy drills and skip the 4th month to avoid Gemini pot effect? Yeah, you don't want to you don't want to do the 4th month. You don't want to get the Gemini pots. So the easiest way is like potato, and then drill, 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 and then freeze them, and then potato, and then keep going. Doing it the opposite way, it's not bad if you're trying to make your monster skinny. It becomes kind of complicated if you want to make your monster fat while you're doing it. Because then you have to, like, figure out, like, how to rest them without them having their stress lowered and stuff like that. Got the Bapper. The Bapper. The big Bapper. He died with Buddy Holly. Okay, here we go. Don't leave me in comments. I do have standards for what I spend my time watching. My advice to anyone wanting to make Monster Rancher content is reeling the horny. It's kind of awkward because, like, Monster Rancher is not a particularly horny game, so it feels very forced. Like, I tell this story all the time about how, like, I had friends who were, like, talking about, like, girls they found attractive and whatever, and they weren't talking about, like, real girls. They were talking, like, video games and, like, you know, cartoons and shit like that. And I mentioned Pixie from Monster Rancher just because, you know, I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be a cool boy talking about hot girls or whatever, right? And everyone looked at me like I was a fucking freak. and they were right to do so. But like, that's how everyone's still looking at you if you're talking like that. Because like, you're not looking at Pixie and going like, I'm into that. Like, she's so plain, right? There's like nothing particularly crazy about her that it would be like, this is my fetish. But why she kiss the rock like that though? Anyway, Trolley Ollie gonna take it 2-0. Duck Wild and James Pond. But yeah, the same like reaction everybody gave me when I said that is the reaction I feel most people have when they see it like in 2025. Like, you're a grown-ass man like cosplaying being attracted to this. Like, it reads as insincere horny, right? You're not a true luster. I'm not even judging that kind of content has its place, but it's weird to put in general Monster Hunter stuff. That's what I'm talking about. It feels fake, right? It feels like I can't even say it's like she's the size of a regular human mother type guy, because you know he was going through it. He felt that shit in his bones. If only we could see her take wing. The 5 hottest Sonic babes, or whatever that video was called. That shit is hilarious because you know it's in earnest. The reason it doesn't land in Monster Rancher is because it's not in earnest. They're just like, there's a girl in a fur bikini. We might as well make a sexual joke about this, even though it's like not really that sexual. Like pandering to other weirdos, but yeah, but it doesn't feel real, right? That's the whole thing. They're not real lusters. They don't do any real lusting. If you're gonna be a gooner, you gotta do it with your whole chest. Don't do it with your whole chest though if you're gooning. That's I get it, go with it. Anyway. Duckwild's kind of beating his ass. Zap. Got him with a little laser beam. Well, the ducks are on parade right now. Phrasing could be better, but you get what I mean? I do get what you mean. Duckwild gonna take that. Big Mike and Cyborg up next. Full-throated gooning? Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Big Mick. Saw my video that Zilla's a weak monster? Kind of, yes, unfortunately. What format is... Zilla's probably the best in lightweight, right? Which is funny considering how much of a big boy he is. But being able to run Tidal Wave, I think, makes him a lot stronger. I love Zilla too. It's just, it's unfortunate that... Oh, I should look up which cyborg this is. Cyborg and New Boy? John. Okay. I got too many windows open. One sec. Just Josh, yeah. The Golem. He runs best and mixed attacker. I wonder how they do an ooh wait. What are stat caps for each tournament? So this is the lightweight format. This has a 1400 total stat cap, and no stats can be above 500. You might be looking at this and going, 1400, this adds up to like 1900. What the heck? What the heck, game devs? This has a clause in it to allow for mixed attacker builds, because mixed attacker builds are really rare, i.e. having both power and intelligence attacks. Normally, because there's a stat cap, you want one of these to be like all the way down as close to 0 as possible, and the other one is whatever, right? But for this, we allow it so in lightweight, 1400 total stat cap, and your intelligence can be equal to your power for free. So whatever you decide to put your power at, your intelligence can also be at that same stat for free. And vice versa. Like, if you don't really want to like work on your power or whatever, you have like an intelligence-based monster mostly, you can also just give them free points in power. So essentially, it's 1400 total, and then you can think of intelligence not counting towards the cap, basically. Even seen Yu-Gi-Oh content going to performative gooning. Whenever they start doing the like hamana when there's like fucking Dark Magician Girl or whatever, it's like she looks like she's 12 years old, man. I've seen so many videos where they just do that out of nowhere, and it's like, was this because like this is an attempt at a joke? Like, you don't actually think this, right? Anyway. You're a little embarrassed that your Pixie's fighting tonight? Nobody's hating on Pixie. People are hating on people being weird about Pixie. Pixie was pretty popular during the anime's run. Where you grew up, every kid my age wanted to raise one and was lending CDs at Spawner. That shit was fake news, though, man. They made her seem so powerful. In both games, Monster Rancher 1 and 2, she's, like, unbelievably shit. Alright, I've lost track. Is that 1-1? It's 2 games. Monster Rancher 1 Pixie was interesting because Kiss is incredibly broken, but everything else is really, really bad. Kiss is one of the most heinous attacks that has ever existed in the franchise in Monster Rancher 1. Pixie's good if you can control her because you can use Kiss. But everything else she has is really, really bad, so it makes it hard to use her in competitive. Like in AI versus AI. Same thing with Ghost. Pixie's Kiss, 20 cost tech with 50 withering. That does like 20 damage as well, or something like that. Coitus and Azorius up next. But she doesn't have another, like, a single other attack that's any good. Ghost has some messed up withering on his moves as well. Much in the same way. But again, just does not have anything to back it up. So, like, these monsters are really, really good if you have player control. No, I'm not spelling it right. And really weak otherwise. Mint is second, Allergan. Yeah, because Mint also has a 6 guts rate. Drawfee did a really funny video where they went in blind to DX and used the All-Star and created Weezer Smash Mouth Ape. I saw that, yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it seemed like they had a good time. Oh, we had a speed monster. I think we've only seen like 2 so far. What's really funny is that in AI versus AI, Plant still ends up being incredibly broken because of just like the accuracy on some of its techs. Because the way that they measure accuracy in Monster Rancher 1 is way different than in Monster Rancher 2. In Monster Rancher 1, their hit percent is whatever the hit percent is plus, or sorry, it's like, say you have 500 speed, your opponent has 500 speed, and you have a move that has +1 hit. Sorry, 500 skill, 500 speed. I'm gonna restart. You have 500 skill, your opponent has 500 speed, you're exactly even, same guts rate, all that stuff. If your move has 51 hit, or like +1 hit, you will have 51% chance to hit. If you have 1 skill and they have 999 speed, you would have effectively -50 skill, right? Everything you have would have -50% chance to hit. It doesn't work. That would be -100% chance to hit, basically. But it would still have 2% chance to hit because it takes that whole skill versus speed equation into consideration, and then after all that calculation is done, it adds or subtracts the monster's hit percent. So that's why that game used +1, -1, and then Monster Rancher 2 used it as well, even though it was basically just plus or minus from 50. Like, a move that has -2 hit in Monster Rancher 2 has 48% chance to hit if all things are equal. That's also true in Monster Rancher 1, but the difference is when you get to the plus number. So if something has +10 hit in Monster Rancher 1, that is just, you know, whatever the number is, it's like, it's +10, and then the skill and speed come into consideration. But it's done backwards in Monster Rancher 1. So if a move has plus 10 hit, the lowest percent chance it can ever have is 11. Because it's always going to have plus 10 hit, no matter what. So Worm and Plant can run builds with like no skill and still have moves that have 22% chance to hit. Like it's fucked up. It's really silly. But what are his odds of winning in Sacrifice? Well, you take me, and you take the Worm at 22%, and then you add Smo Joe to the mix. And you know what they say? What do they say about the numbers?
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
It's true. What? Quidus? Duckhorn takes it. Astrolad in the mold. Ducklan's eyes being screws is interesting. Old screw eyes. From We're Back. 17 Guts. S-Force is still the funniest thing from Monster Rancher 1, and it's funny to think that it's not the best thing there. Yeah, it's not even close. Though, S-Force in Monster Rancher 1 is equal to A-Force in Monster Rancher 2. The big difference about Ghost from Monster Rancher 1 to Monster Rancher 2 is that the Astonishment and like Energy Shot line changed their numbers. Almost everything else is like pretty similar. Other things that are really funny about Monster Rancher 1 are like Naga and Tiger are almost completely unchanged from Monster Rancher 1 to Monster Rancher 2. And they go from being some of the worst monsters in the game to two of like the absolute best in Monster Rancher 2, just because the power level in 2 is so much weaker. The cut in 2 kill is crazy, man. Astro, I'm gonna take that. Next game, here we go. The long punch. That's a big dash slash, holy shit. He's a pretty powerful Pixie Joker in line. I don't play too often. Don't understand much, but the game got her to 600 intelligence, skill is 700. 600 int and 700 skill. Yeah, I haven't played line much. They're adding Zon to it, which is kind of cool. Longhand set actually got a bit of a buff in 2 and did sort of gain Tail Assault since it was Evil Bomb. Yeah, Evil Bomb and Tail Assault had this like exact same values. Who's gonna win it? Oh, the long punch! The mold takes it. Using a lot of S-rank monsters in line. The reindeer dino's kind of cool, yeah. I really just wish the game was better. Turkish Hair and Tactical Nuke up next. That was 4 rounds? Who won the first one? Astro won? Damn. And then the mold won 2 after that? Okay. Well, we'll give him a 2-1. Okay, here we go. We got the big bomb versus the stinking gas. This is the bomb. It might be over. It does have the fast guts regen, but tough to come back from that. Game number 2. I love Wild Saurian. He's so similar to Zoom, but like I really like the colors on it. You want your guy to win, but not like that? Okay, that's fair. I appreciate that. You got to see him get his 2-0. His reverse 2-0, as it were. Oh, shit, the fireball. He gets grit. He's still in it. But we got a stinking gas. Misses at 87%. The anger. The angry tail combo. Tactical nuke. Gonna take that 2-1. The Dino takes it. Lay Marvis and not Atomo. Very first competitive monsters fighting tonight? Hell yeah. I'm actually surprised he got the gas off. I like the designs in Line. My main qualms with Line are mostly stem from the fact that they need to make it like a profitable game to keep going. And the only way they know how to make it a profitable game is to just like keep adding women and like people into the game and doing collabs with like just franchises that I don't give a shit about. So like I get it. I understand why they're doing the things they're doing. I just don't think it's in service of a better game. And that's fine because, you know, they're not trying to make a better game. They're trying to make money. Okay, that was game 1. Also, you know, Monster Rancher's whole thing is that the monsters combine, and like 90% of the new monsters that they release are like question mark breeds. They're special breeds. There's no combination. It's just it's been like that since the beginning. The like second banner ever had Naga that was blue and was called Leviathan and wasn't mixed with like Undine or Zilla or anything like that. It was just a blue and pink special Naga breed. I literally think that's when like I realized like the game was going to be the way it is. Before they added all the new waifus, before they added the cool raccoon that turns into just a regular person when you're in battle. He just turns into a twink. Which Nero? It's Tenta. It's a centaur. And Karazakar. Line's collaboration with texting app Line? Yeah. Yeah, you can use Line to like summon. You get like 3 summons a day. Twink Raccoon? Yeah, his name is Ark. He's a cute little like angel raccoon thing. And then when he's in battle, he's like, actually, I'm a Persona character. And then he just turns into like a teenage boy. It's like strikingly not Monster Rancher. You know how many humans they added? I know they added Fox Girl and Frog Sumo. Okay, and then they added a girl that's like an Oni. And then they added a little lolly girl that rides a big salamander. Tanuki are known to turn into people. Okay. It's a stupid decision. Like, this mythical creature that doesn't exist, we need to do things... Like, we need to follow the lore of this thing that, like, has literally never existed. Like, the Tanuki estate is going to be furious if we don't keep its power level consistent throughout the annals of media canon. Like, I don't know. Like, get creative with it. Make something that doesn't suck. Salamander thing, the lolly rides is cute. It has led to a couple of pretty good mixes. That's, I think, the one that I'm most surprised that, like, I don't hate. The Mew one is cool. The Metal Nerd one is cool. I do think the monsters that have Yggdrasil as Yggdrasil is the little girl on the salamander. I do think the monsters who have her as a sub are like really, really similar to just like plant subs. And they've had to do like a little bit of work to differentiate them. But I would say it's kind of similar to how like the Undine and Gel subs are similar. But occasionally they're varied enough that you can tell. All your favorite games are becoming gacha apps? Yeah, at least they're not becoming pachinko machines. We're not a Konami game. It can't get that weird. Is that MK2 from Staple in the Dragon Body? Yeah, it is. I think the funniest collab, and maybe the one I hate the least, is Duel Masters. You can be the Bullshock Dragon or whatever the big angel guy's name is. Those are just in the game. They're not like, they don't even try to like make them into the other monster. Like they don't try to, like the Bullshock Dragon is just the Bullshock Dragon. He's got some of Dragon's moveset, but he doesn't look like Monster Rancher Dragon at all. It's really funny. Boxer Bajral gets real. This one does, I think. The DM deck mono is very funny. That's maybe the best crossover they did, for sure. I don't necessarily mind human-looking monsters, but they feel less monster. I kind of don't like the human monsters for that reason. I think it's something like Dragon Quest monsters, it's fine because you're literally just playing as enemies from the game, so it's whatever. But, and it's sort of like, it's non-canonical really, right? But in Monster Rancher, it's like, this is a pet that I'm raising. Okay, what did the real guy win game 1? He did, right? We gotta go to game 3. As a humanoid monster subtype, yeah. Digimon collab would be sick. I don't know, like, what would they do? They'd put Digimon in the game. I don't hate Digimon. I like Digimon a lot, but I don't know what they would do to make it interesting other than just like you can be Agumon. This is a dino, but it's also Agumon. Centauramon for Centaur. That's it. Hopper's 1 too? Okay. Taking your word. The thing that's nice about the Swiss format is that we can just redo it if it's I make a mistake, right? Purple Nurple and Rip the Whip. Okay, real quick. I don't think I have Rip on this. It's 1-1? Okay. Rip's not even on this. So we gotta go back. Digimon World did it well enough without stepping in Monster Rancher's lane? Yeah, that's true. Like how many fantasy games have so many human-looking races? Elder Scrolls 2 has 2 beast races. Wow, it has like night elves, blood elves, void elves, nightborn, dwarves, gnomes. Yeah. But those are like player characters, right? It's like I understand why they're taking like humanoids for that. Original creators of Metabots finally got the rights back from the South American crypto bro who was sitting on it for years, so now we're actually going to get Metabots games in the West again. They're saying there's finally going to be a good Metabots game. I'm going to be so jazzed if there's a good Metabots game, man. You know what's like really crazy? Is that throughout like my entire life, whenever there's a franchise or anything like this where there's like a bunch of different little characters, not even like creature collectors necessarily, but like Metabots is an example of it, Beyblade, whatever, right? I never liked the main character. Like, it's always really boring to me to like have the main character be your favorite. But Metabee is such a like perfect 11 out of 10 design. Like, he may be the best main character. Don't let anyone lie to you. Argonians and Khajiit are in Elder Scrolls because Michael Kirkbride is a freak. Yeah, he wants to fuck a cat. I heard that. Star Trek, almost all the races, bar some look almost human. It's... yeah, because people have to wear the costumes. Oh, shit. The guy's gonna take it. It's also why most kaiju in Ultraman look like people. Alright, Nurple and Rip the Whip up next. Like, Rokusho is cool. I got nothing against Rokusho, but you got a sword or you got like 1,000 cannons? We're picking the cannons. Okay, DXBL. Season 4. I gotta figure out who this belongs to. Is Nurple new? Nurple, oh, it's Low X's monster, right? Okay, I knew that. Legendary bots, a shrimp? Yeah. Alright, Rip the Whip. I don't even know how you're in rank C, brother. Here's my boy. Yukimura cut too many corners with that. There's a ton of really creative kaiju that aren't bipedal, but it's not most of them. They're still like easily like the exceptions. Metabots is like actually kind of a good anime. Like, as far as like these types of like a Pokemon, Monster Rancher, Digimon type show go, it's like it's on par with Digimon. Maybe a little bit better. Alright, here we go. I hope my boy's got what it takes. Tell me why can't this be love? Here we go. Soundwave. Big miss. Nurple's only got 100 life. Rip the Whip can make it happen. He's got a couple of cheap, accurate attacks. Misses at 70% again. He's just getting slapped a little bit. As you do. There's the anger. Spike Shell, 54%. Okay. Anger again. Violent Shell, 48%. All right. So that's what I failed 7. The equivalent of, it was what, 6 attacks? Nothing was below 50%. I only have to land 1. Not very good, but that's okay. That's why we do best 2 out of 3, baby. All right, we're in there. Oh shit! Okay, dodges at 99. It's back, baby. It's back. It's Peem. He's like, you can't dodge 7 in a row. What is this? Kids are calling it Peem. Hits the Soundwave L, doesn't kill him though. Power straight, gonna do a good chunk of damage. Another straight. Another Soundwave, it hits. That's it. He has anxiety. He's got the jitters. He's not a big fan of being on the big stage. Rip the Whip takes it 2-1. Siren and Pew queue up next. I don't remember. There's not a lot of them, though. Okay. Is it not uploaded? Don't see it uploaded. Siren is Zaf's monster. Zaf! Oh well. So be it. He knows better. So Pew Q is going to get that win if Zaf can't get his shit together. Piss Baby and Mock Swagger. Oh my god, do we have a mock fight? A mock trial with Jay Reinhold? Pissy B. Might just be too many search results for Siren? No. Because half of the results were not Siren. They were Siren with additional letters. It wouldn't do that. I'll check. But we're doing the mock fight first. Hey Jake, how are you? Well, how many meta rots? We're saying meta bots here. Meta rot is not, that doesn't make sense. First on GB, then 4 on Game Boy Color, 4 on Game Boy Advance, 1 awful game on the GameCube. You're saying like the other ones weren't bad too. 1 on the DS and 5 on the 3DS. Meta rot is not PC. That's the slur. This dude's a meta rot. He's meta rotting. Get him with the little leaf gun. A little leaf cutter. This baby gonna take game number 1. Back. He's got the anger immediately. Leaf cutter back at you. Oh my god. The big headbutt. The big headbutt. They're going for it. So that hot tree on tree action, man. Leaf gun, a little pop. It needs one more. A little leaf gun back at him. Okay. This is sick, dude. Oh man. Pop. Love to see Ghost Mew, which looks like a Mew with a torn back and a Ghost Mew floating out of the back of it. But that body might be different from the original Ghost shape, which might cause issues for, like, what game? Somebody made a Ghost Mew in Monster Rancher, in More Monsters mod, and then I think there is also one in Lion. Like, Ghost main breed, Mew subbreed. Siren and Pew Q up next. We're trying it again. Okay, it is there. It's so weird. Anyway. Thank you for giving me the idea, Mr. Stark. I do feel so good. Chuck Mangione over here. Chuck Mangione really is like the opposite of Peter Parker. You do be feeling so good. And he's dead, and Peter Parker ostensibly isn't. That's opposite in 2 ways. That double tail assault. He's angry. The triple tail assault, the quadruple tail assault. Holy moly. Baited and outsmarted. Game number 2, here we go. Chuck the Mangione. The man gone. Spell it wrong. The man gone. Tongue slap? Jesus, dude. Beating his ass. Okay, so that was quick. Siren's just Terminator walking the first round. Dun 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 dun. Jun 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 jun. Is that Terminator or is that Missouri Cantare? Cantare. Okay, who went out of Piss Baby and Mock Swagger? The joke is it's kind of both. TT and Recoil Rex up next. Spelled Mangione? No, Are you gonna make me explain the joke, man? That's where we're at. Not you. Not you of all people. Have you been watching AGDQ? I haven't seen any of it. I heard they did a run of Subspace Emissary last night, or the night before. And I guess it would have been last night, because it started on Sunday, right? And Subspace Emissary is, like, definitely... Is Chick Mangione a thing? No, I don't know. Don't worry about it. But, like... I'm #1 Subspace Emissary hater, man. I think that shit sucks. It was very fun for like a couple of minutes as a kid, and then it's like, okay, this is extremely obnoxious. Damn, the crit flame gonna take his ass out. Everybody always loves to talk about Subspace as if it's like the greatest thing they've ever played, and it's like, it's just a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, they made a tool to make rooms, and then they just, like, copy and pasted a bunch of shit into the same rooms over and over again. Anyway, whose fire was stronger? Turns out it's the little dragon. Okay, I have forgotten who went out of the 2 trees, because I didn't write it down before we went back to Siren and POQ. Pink and Duckenstein. Duckenstein. Someone got to go back and let me know which of the 2 trees. I want to say it was the purebred mock that won. Subspace is that Smash thing? Smash Multiverse campaign from Brawl, yeah. We're getting Mandela'd here. What's the difference? They're completely different builds. That's so funny. Oh my god. Love that. Oh, one day I'll remember to change it back. It was 1-1, right? Okay. In my head, I was like, they both won a game, but I don't know who won the set. We gotta finish it. Yes, one day I will switch this back. The missile, the big missile. The angry root attack. The angry root attack. It's a lot of root attacks, holy moly. And only down about 30 guts after attacking 5 times? Ooh, the 2 missiles miss. The big fiery toxic pollen. That's a lot of guts down. It's so funny that his name is Pink with a question mark because he's not pink. Because I fucked up the skin on it. Alright, Pink gonna take that. That's 1-all, I do believe. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble focusing tonight. I'm pretty sure that's 1-all. The double slap. The triple slap. The anger. The big anger? Oh, he doesn't go for lifesteal. Slaps can do it, though. He's got enough in the tank. Holy shit. Slap down. Look at that. Does look cool, thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make. Okay, so now we need the final. Am I gaming? I'm gaming right now. We're gelling. Piss Baby and Mock Swagger. We need to see who wins for real. Such a little slap fight. They're only slapping. Okay. Game number 3. Here we go. Leaf Gatling, the big crit. Angry Energy Steal. You're so fucked, dude. You got no guts left. Oh my god. Wow. Alright. So, because Energy Steal takes guts and life, it only actually heals. And it's 50% heal and 50% guts absorption. I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly. It might be 100% health and 50% guts. Either way, it doesn't take 100% guts. But because he had anger on, he withered for twice as much, which means that, you know, he ended up withering for the cost of the attack. Generous and Stinky up next. Pretty sure it's the Kato one, right? I just gotta make sure. Yeah, it's just size. Okay, cool. These are the exact same build they are. We doing one life? Not right now. Says guts and life 50%? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The big telepathy miss. Purple Suezo is so funny to me, man. Like, he's so crusty looking. The big bite miss. Ooh, big hit on telepathy there. Aerial Claw gonna miss. 4 seconds left in the match. What we got? Nothing. It's like a bruised eye socket. Yeah. If he also had like severe like psoriasis or eczema, or like Harlequin baby syndrome. Stinky gonna take game number 2, and jaundice, yeah. He's having trouble. The double slash claw. 30%, 20%. Oh my god, leaves him with 2 life. They're both in it. Either one's out. Another bite. He's just swinging. Fucking Jesus, dude. The desperation play of the 4 bites in a row. All right, man. It landed. He got him. He wanted it. He wanted it more. That's all it was. TGAC. Is that how it's pronounced? And R-type. Alright. So, DJAC, brand new monster. Haven't seen them yet. Let's check out the stats real quick. $40 fame. He's a little bit chunky. That doesn't matter. He's over by 50 points. Oh, man. What are we gonna do? I think the idea here was they're like, oh, it's 1900. I can put 1900 points in however I want. But that's not how it works. The points and intelligence don't count here. So it's 500 plus 500 plus 420 plus 17 plus 13, which is 1450. Which is over the cap by 50 points. 50 points is a pretty big over the cap amount. It's not like 10 points or anything like that. I don't think I can allow monster unless I were to take 50 points out of life, because I can just do that. Life is the most obvious place to just take points out. Say we let them fight anyway, they just can't actually win. This is a frustrating place to be in for me, because it's like, it's not done with malice. Nobody's cheating here, right? It's not like, what do I do, man? It's unfortunate because they wanted to see their monster fight too. They're talking to me about it. Yeah, as I say, just move on, give the win to R-type. Yeah. All right. We'll let them fight, but yeah, like you said, you can't get the win. And then they have a lot of lifespan left. I don't know what they could do to lower 50 points. I think they're kind of stuck in that situation, which is unfortunate, but or I could just lower their life by 50 points through cheat engine, but yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Okay, whatever. Let's do it. It's a learning experience. Speed drills could lower power, but they would raise speed by more than they would get power by. Jack hanging in there. Face drill 99%. Not enough to kill R-type. Oh, he's got real, eh? Death final. Misses? Oh, man. But now real has worn off. Can't do any damage. He can run down the clock, though, which is what he's going to do. Jack takes game number 1. Yeah, there's no drop stat. Dead Death Energy. The plant combo. The anger here. Ooh, good damage on the Death Cutter. T-Jack in the yellow. Plant combo, big damage there. Another Death Cutter. It's going to do it. We're going to game 3. Ooh, Death Cutter miss. The slaps. Give him the slaps. There's some anger. Angry Death Energy, big withering there. Misses the Death Punch again. Damn. This plan is lucky. This would be a pretty good win, you know, if it was legal. The Death Slash gonna hit though? 447. R-Type takes it. Okay, Sucker Punch and try dodging up next. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's okay. They can always make more monsters. Is Paradox in lower stats if you still just rest? No. You have to do a drill, and also it would raise power and skill above the threshold. Oh, he's got the Mystic Pot. Look at that. Very funny way to just have you both start with 10 less guts at the end of the animation. Misses the second time? Alright. Got your stats right? I didn't do anything special with fame or anything. Just want to make a competitive monster and then work on improving going forward. You didn't get your stats right, though. There's a 1400 cap, and you're over by 50 points. You went up to... Sorry, I gotta redo this. You gave your monster 1900 points. Oh, that wasn't your monster. Okay. Okay, then, yeah, I don't know. Yours is Bitsy? Okay, Bitsy's coming up. Bitsy the Mouse Girl Adventures. I've never... I can't sit through an episode of that, but the clips are pretty good. Okay, prediction is live. I can't watch people play D&D. I love the idea of it, but it's too much. I'll just watch like a pretty good episode or some other thing that John Boys has made for like the 90th time, or like a rerun of there's some RLM video or something instead. That was an inspiration? Okay, sick. 70 on try dodging. I don't know why I made a prediction here. The random prediction. Just to see if you guys are wrong. That was like the most muscle memory thing I've done in a long time. The big uppercut miss. The uppercut hits. Sucker Punch is still in it. Uh-oh. Try dodging only needed 1 win. I love how if he lands it, he gets vigor, which actually hurts him because it gives his opponent a chance to build more guts. That's so many left jabs. Rope-a-doped him? Yeah, he's like, oh no, I'm dying. Call an ambulance. Okay, double brow smash. Damn, dude. Listen to D&D podcasts. I could see them being good for that. Just put it on in the background while you do other stuff. Just for me specifically, it's not something that I don't get like bored of immediately. Pretty Fly and Spatonio up next. Amazing how do I wired my muscle memory to save every week? Like it's the effort to fight it. It's more effort to fight it. But there's autosave. Why are you doing that? Autosave saves so much time. It autosaves so much time. Alright, similar builds, but 100 more life on Spatonio. 100 more skill on Pretty Fly. Kind of wasted. It's a fight, yeah. The I-beam. Zap. I guess it's not totally wasted. It's not like bite is guaranteed to hit, even though it kind of looks like it is. Loading autosave makes it so the next time you save it puts you on file 1. Right, but then you just go to auto, you press left to go to autosave. I get it, I understand, but it's never been an issue for me, so different way to do the same thing, I suppose. The tongue slap, Spatonio. Pretty good spot here. Pretty Fly not out of it yet. Tail Assault miss at 98%, or 80 something percent. Okay, it's a little bit more understandable. He basically rolled a Snake Eye. I was gonna say Snake Eyes, but it was only one. Spatonio with the 2-0. Bucciarati and Thrice Dice. Bucci. Buccia. I think it's the Pixie. Yeah, it's the Pixie. And Bitsy. Okay, let's make sure this is correct. All right, before we go forward. We got 500, we got 250, 750, plus 150 is 905. Plus the defense is 920. So speed, yeah, we're good. It's 1400. Exclamation mark bracelet. All right. Here we go. The weapon throw. The weapon throw. High kick. Racky Mew would be pretty good. Why do they never do that? Little cat doll. The kick miss. Twist kick. Okay, Bitsy takes it. Game 1 to the baby doll. Be like the Baron? Kinda, yeah. Kick right in the box. That's my purse. I don't know you. Flame gonna miss. Ooh, an air shot. Gives him anger. Can fire off some bolts here. 2 back to back at 30%. Misses the third one. Misses the fourth one. The weapon throw's coming in at 80. I can do that too. Look at that. Holy, man. So are you fighting dog instead? Yeah, I did that wrong. But yeah, yes, you will be. I'm just I'm gonna change the placements. Let me okay. So Bitsy wins that one. And our last match, we got Beware a Dog and Thrice Dice. And should we get from nap in time? Welcome. We're at the end of the first round. We're not going to be able to get the whole thing done today. It's going to spill over into tomorrow. So today I think we're going to do the first 2 rounds. And then tomorrow we'll do the third one, and then we'll play, I don't know, auto chess or something after. This is the last match of this, though. If I'm, like, really able to, like, slam it out, maybe we can make it happen. In one night. But I'm in no rush. We're in the slow work phase. Type as late as you can. We're probably going for... Well, it's been about an hour and 40 minutes. We'll probably go for another 2.5 hours or so. As per usual. That diving press miss. Giant whip. Thrice Dice gonna take it. Hey Spinda, how are you doing? Last match? It's only the last match of round 1. We still have like 50 matches to do. Oh, the diving press? We're going to game 3. You got squished. Dice and Domino tag team? That'd be sick. 6 a.m. comes early? Yeah, man. But the VOD's going to be on YouTube, so you can always just watch it there. Or you can watch it on Twitch. If you want to catch the Bitsy game too. Any rules for monsters to be able to join the tourney? Yeah, there are quite a few. Here, let me... I don't think I have the form on you... sorry. Here. If I copy responder link, shorten URL, copy DXBL. Okay, so now did it change it? Is that what it is now? No. Oh. Don't worry, I'm gonna post it in YouTube chat too. Okay, so there's the form. All the rules and stuff are on that. There's a bunch of different formats, different rule sets for different weight categories. So there is plenty of opportunities to make stuff. We're in the 3rd season, gets life-size statue Mochi walking. We're in season 4, so I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let's go to number 2. Dice won that, right? Yeah, Deluxe Cups, probably next week, sign-ups will go live. I'm pretty sure Dice won that. Entering someone other than Hadara, maybe Nijimaru. It's not heavyweight, so you won't be able to. You'll have to enter someone new. Definitely buying MRDX. Big fan of this game since PS1. Sick. Yeah, so I haven't explained too much about Deluxe Cup this year, but it's gonna be on the More Monsters mod, and it is going to be a stat block tournament of some sort. It's not going to be 246, but it's going to be like, you know, similar. We haven't had a stat block tournament in a while. I haven't run one in like 5 years almost, so that'll be fun. Surprise and Cyborg up next. Is it going to work for Switch players? We just cheat them in? No, they can just upload their monster on Switch. Stat blocking? Don't worry about it. It's just each of your stats needs to be a specific number. Is basically what it is. Like, you're given a range of like 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, 650 or something like that, and you need to make one of your stats that. Yeah, you can still raise a base game monster. It's fine. It doesn't preclude anyone from being able to play. I'm the only one who needs the mod. Yeah. Okay, so yes, if it's not clear, you don't need to play with more monsters. It's just that people who have the ability to can. How do you get such perfectly rounded numbers? Re-rolling a lot. Yeah, you save scum for it. The power uppercut? He would have been extremely dead. Oh, dodges 87%. The earthquake comes out and misses. The flutter slap. A frantic beam. Surprise gonna take it. Game number 2, here we go. You get good at like doing it absent-mindedly. The diving press. That's a dead duck. Surprised with the like 70 guts lead. There's big damage, big withering. There's the guard, so even if Cyborg hits something, he's not going to kill here. Uppercut through guard? I don't know. It might. No, it won't do 400 damage. Bound gonna take it. Had to reset the same week for 4 hours once. Were you trying to get a great? Because trying to get like a 1 in 4 chance to roll probably doesn't take 4 hours. I would assume you're trying to get a great. Oh, cheat. Like a -4 cheat? Yeah, that, for a specific game. Either way, that gets really tough, yeah. Thanatos, DX, and Tactical Nuke. I was gonna take a little break after the first round and go get some water and stuff and stretch my legs. I had boxing today. We finally have a date for the fight. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be June 6th. And today I started all of the procedures and stuff to get my boxing license. So I'm pretty jazzed on that. I have to go get a physical done. There's some paperwork. I've already done most of the paperwork. And then for the fight, I need to register for a specific weight class, which we did. Ugh. Too old and fat to consider boxing. I'm 35, and I'm still overweight right now, but taking a certain monster from combination, I had to 14% to get it, and I had to reset like 73 times. That's so unlucky. Because 14 is like almost 1 in 6. But yeah, so middleweight is what I'll be fighting at, which is... I need to get down to 165. And I'm about 182 today. Which is fine. That's an easy 20 pounds to lose. Game 3, here we go. He's got real anger. Damn. Real. That was through real? Fireball gonna take it. Tactical nuke wins it. Duck Wild and Krasakar up next. Rerolling for combos can also take a while for text breeds, yeah. Yeah, if you're trying to get like battle specials and all that stuff at the same time, it like all the percent chances compound on each other, right? So it ends up being a very low chance to actually roll. Is this lightweight? Yeah. The tongue slap miss. Bound. God damn, dude. Alright. Also, 35, really kind of neglected myself when I was in my 20s. Losing weight slowly, it's a process. I feel that. I didn't do a lot of physical activity once I got like a big boy job for the first time because it was a lot of desk work. Okay. That was big damage. Did try and have more active lifestyle, much too sedentary and unhealthy. Yeah, I feel that. I just have like straight up have the confidence that it's like I could lose that 20 pounds. That's fine. It'll happen. Not too worried at all. Defensive end in high school. Stopped playing it and kept being like an lineman. I feel that. It's hard to break that, especially because it's like, it's such a habit. I was the same way. But the difference was when I moved away to college, I was broke as shit. So I like straight up couldn't afford to overeat. I went from 150-ish in high school, 5'9", 150, to about 130 in college. Just because I was like, I wasn't doing anything. I was only skateboarding. And eating like the bare minimum of food that I needed to survive. So it was like a lot of physical activity and like literally no nourishment. Coitus and Hoy Quarlo up next. I was walking around 175 to 177 before the holidays, and then, you know, I gained like 5 pounds. Ugh. 195 pounds dropped to 189.4. We got the decimals, hell yeah. 112 pounds when I suddenly become very physically active. I start vomiting. Oh, jeez. Oh, the big hook miss. The horn attack. Watch out for my horn attack. Another horn attack. He takes it. The magic punch. Get on the magic punch. This is the horn attack at 66. The hook miss. Horn attack miss. Can't land anything, eh? The punches. Multiple consecutive normal punches attack. Okay. Quidus in good shape here. Rolling bomb gonna finish him off? No, not quite. It is gonna win him the game though. Quidus with a 2-0. Astrolad and Rip the Whip up next. Okay. Same spread, basically. Just a little bit more life on Rip. A little bit less skill. Skill's not going to matter a whole lot in this. 69% on slash combo. Decent chance to dodge. Into the dash slash. He's chilling. Whip. Multiple whips for the win? No, he just backs up. Another cut in two. Rip the Whip. His opponent attacked like, what, 7 times? Holy shit, dude. Game number 2. We got a numbing stab. We're in slot 2. Into a sound wave. Minus 11 guts. Spiked shell. What a combo. Rip the Whip never out. He just needs to get data game 1. Slash combo. Are we going to get a kill off of this? No. He's got anger. Angry Whip. Probably not the play. Alright. Well, that's really unfortunate. That fucking sucks, dude. Driving Nautilus movie theater? Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, fun match. He tried. Not really. Game 2. Game 2 was something. Game 1, he didn't give a shit at all. You don't want to be there. Lame Marvis and Recoil Rex. His opponent was trying. He was beating his ass. Rip the Whip, yeah. Okay. More firebomb zoom action? You'll have to see it. The big flattening. Alright. Lame Marvis gonna take it. Little fireball. Little bitty bitty fireball. Spike Stab's big miss. That's a huge miss. Real. Real indeed. Recoil Rex gonna take game number 2. Into the firebomb? He's not dead yet, though. Knock to finish him off from full health? God damn, dude. When you play outdoor sports, you kind of learn to ignore temperature to a degree. Yeah, there's only so much you can do, but, like, it's conditioning. But it's like, I hate running in the cold, but if I run in the cold every day for a week, it's not that big of a deal anymore. Like, it still sucks, but you're not, like, dreading it the same way you did the first day. It's a mental thing. I think there is like a physical aspect to it too, but I know what you're saying. I think your body literally does acclimate to it. Like, it's the same way that when the temperature goes up like 5 degrees from when it was cold, all of a sudden it's like t-shirt weather. You're chilling outside in like maybe like a long sleeve, but like you're not wearing the coat anymore. But when it drops to that temperature from a warmer temperature, it's like this, I need a parka. Big death smash. Siren hitting the yodel off the hop. 2 in a row? No guts for you, baby. What do we got here? Another death punch? Another death punch. Damn. He's beating his ass. You got him. R-Type takes game 1. He's got the Vigor. Withers his 0 guts to 0. It stays 0. Into the spit. Holy. Alright, here we go. Game 3. Oh, the death final. Oh my god. And the crit. He needed the crit for it too. He got it. R-Type gonna take that one 2-1. Piss baby and try dodging up next. God, I ate way too much dinner. I'm like, I feel so bloated. I made this like, it's not butter chicken, but like we found this butter chicken recipe once, and I've been slowly like, I take like the base of that, and then like depending on what groceries we have, I change the ingredients and the ratios and stuff up. So it wasn't really butter chicken at all this time. It was kind of like a broccoli chicken coconut milk soup, and I made it with rice, and I ate way too much rice, and now I'm just like ready to die. It was chicken, and then I had onions, a tomato, broccoli, mushrooms, cilantro, and then like cumin, turmeric, MSG, black pepper, white pepper. I don't know what else I had on it. And then coconut milk, and I put it in an Instant Pot. And I made rice with it. Hamburger steak and some baked yellow squash. That's sick too. My wife's really good at making stuff with squash and like pumpkin, things like that. Pink and Spitonio up next. You know, she could cook well. Not confident using spices beyond salt, pepper, garlic. You just gotta try stuff. You just taste as you go. You add a little bit at a time until you're comfortable with like, okay, this isn't gonna be too much if I add it. If you fuck it up and learn from it. Yeah, okay, so a perfect example is I tried making a similar dish to the one I made tonight. And I forgot, like, we didn't have cilantro, and I didn't have tomatoes, so it was, like, super not butter chicken. But it was, like, a coconut milk chicken thing. And it was basically just, like, onions and garlic and turmeric and cumin. And it was the most boring food I've ever made in my life. Like, even my wife, who, like, she'll never, like, criticize the cooking, was like, this, like, is super bland. Like, I know. My bad.
Good luck, everyone.
Hey, OG Red Leader. Thanks, man. There are championship tournaments? Yes. There haven't been any yet, but there will be. In the coming weeks, we're going to have our first few. To be completely honest, there's just simply too many monsters to like get everything done in a quick time frame. Generous and Bitsy up next. It's only cooking failure if you burn it, unless you're making blackened chicken or something. The thing that's, it's so funny to me, obviously, like, blackening chicken is, like, I'm writing black. It's done with intention, right? But the people who are like, no, 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 it's not actually burnt, like, it's blackened, it's different. It's like, no, it's burnt. It's just burnt on purpose for a specific flavor. And it's the same people who are like, oh, is it like a pickle or a cornichon? And it's like, a cornichon is a pickle. It's the same thing. Is it an eggplant or is it an aubergine? It's the same thing. It's one is the French word. All right, here we go. Which tournament is this? This is DXBL lightweight rank C. A blast shot opener, pretty big opener. Lefty, big miss. Spit, big miss. Spin kick, 30%. It's enough. You're not a big eater? Yeah, that's fair. I am. I have to like actively, especially like if I'm like training for something or if I'm trying to like cut weight or whatever, I actively like do portion size control, because after you eat like a tiny bit less each day, it becomes like super easy to like get full eating less. Like your stomach literally like contracts. This recipe calls for 2 chopped capsicum. I guess I'll need to throw out these bell peppers and go to the store. Yeah, what am I doing with all these bell peppers? Bitsy beating ass tonight. Trolley ollie and thrice dice. Really, eh? We got Color Pandora fight. We call that the Twitter in 2025 fight because it's a lot of CP. What? It's so crazy. Like, get off Twitter, man. What are you doing on Twitter? You don't need to be on Twitter anymore. Peppers are my jam? This man's making jam peppers. Pepper jam. I think that's called salsa. Is the same thing true in reverse trying to eat more? Yes. Yeah, if you eat more, like your stomach expands and you literally need more to feel full. Bacon wrapped asparagus is my go-to lazy asparagus dish. Yeah, me too, but the problem is it's kind of hard to like cook it specifically, like to a temperature where the bacon's not so soggy, but the asparagus, it hasn't become so limp and like gross that it's like inedible. Pepper jelly kicks ass. It does. Suck at cooking asparagus. It's always stringy when I cook it. You're just cooking it too long. But yeah, if you can't grill it, it becomes a lot more difficult. What you probably want to do is you want to blanch it really, really quickly. And then throw it in a pan on high heat. You par cook the bacon before you wrap it? Yeah, that's the idea. It's a lot of steps. If you can't do it on the grill, it's a lot of steps. That giant whip. That kamikaze. Alright, Trolley Ollie makes quick work of that. Bapper and Beware a Dog. Okay, here we go. Tramps destroy dice, it's true. I like the stepladder on his stats. It's nice. That's all asparagus needs. Olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic? Yeah, we don't need much more than that. The 3 bites? Okay, that did way less damage than I was expecting. Bapper's a big tanky boy. Gato has great cell coverage. He's got great tech coverage too. Oh, the diving press miss. Kind of a funny time to diving press, but super risk averse time to diving press when you're already almost dead. Bapper takes game 1. Here we go. Little thrust claw damage. He did almost no damage to himself with the diving press. The double twister claw, he's got power. Power roar, power charge. Let's see, we got power diving press, would be real funny. Power million roar is 600 damage on the crit. We're going to game 3. The twister claw, the diving press miss. A slash claw. Big miss. A twister claw. Oh, he's not out yet though. He's got grit. 2 bites. Gets a little bit of damage. Good crit there. Diving press to finish him off. No, he gets twistered. The hot spot. Twister. Okay. 2-1 for Bapper over the big boy. Okay, speaking of big boy, we got Big Mike. And we got Nicotine. So we got another Kato. Okay. Tanky Cat number 2. The Boomerang. Nicotine doesn't really like being withered at all. Ooh, Slash Claw's crit leaves him with 1 life. The natural grit. A second anger. A second anger has hit the cat. No grit for him though. It's so weird when Ape gets knocked out like this because you get to see what his body looks like when he's stretched out, and it is certainly one of the most proportions of all time. Those legs are they're a lot longer than they look. The double crit Slash Claws, eh? Power swing throw. Okay, he grits it though. Oh my god, he's still in it. Holy shit. Thwack at 93 gonna take it. Holy moly, we going to game 3. Well, spray opener, minus 42 guts. Nicotine with the life lead and the guts lead. Slash Claws. Good chunk of damage there. Boomerang, a little bit. Good crit from Big Mike. He spuns. He's got real Slash Claws. That's gonna take it. Nicotine wins that. Big Mike hit the power crit swing throw, though. There should be gritter after grit. You'd love Monster Hunter 4. The guts, or grits in that are called final guts. And it can happen indefinitely. Very stupid game. Simply has a chance to just keep procking. Grit 2, grit harder. What's Electric Boogaloo actually from? It's from Breakin', right? It's Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's the original. Yeah. You guys ever watch Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo? I haven't. I think they covered on Best of the Worst or something, though. Because I have, like, I've learned about it through osmosis. Flattening L, but they smell. Misses the tentacles as well. Turkish hair. Good chunk of damage with hard straight. High kick to finish him off. It happens. The punch kick combo. It's all in the mind. Triple beams. Okay, you got exploded. We're going to game 3. 2's even more 80s. Didn't it come out like... Is it... 1984. Wow, early 80s. I thought it was closer to like 1990, but I guess not. Triple beams miss. Stinking gas. No guts for you. Okay, you didn't need to do the second one. Kind of a waste. Now you can't be withering. You can't be withering anymore. Withering my wayward son. He got to attack one time, and he's gonna win. Oh, he attacks a second time. Wayward son gonna take that. 2-1 for the wall. Nero and James Pond up next. He did do the thing. James Pond. Name's Bond. James Bond. I'm dumb, man. I'm so dumb sometimes. There we go. We figured it out. Triple beam is the reason he made them on. Hell yeah. Jane Fond. Here we go. The rear leg kick. Gives him a little boost. Oh, alright. That's the risky run with 100 life. Didn't kill this time. Alright, well that... that one will. Okay. Fascinating set. James Pond wins it. Good luck, have fun in Azorius.
Bye, Daddy. I'm dying.
Oh, do I still have a... Why was that shit so loud? Anyone have that sensation when you're lying in bed and you have a desire to move your legs, a mild dull pain in your legs that's fixed by moving your legs around? Yep. It's called restless leg syndrome, yeah. I should have been like, no, you're the only person who's a... That sounds weird. I think you're dying. And bicycle kicks midair. I just do squats and then my legs hurt for a different reason. And then I just tell myself the pain is because I worked out. Double rapid flick. I found 4 skill, 4 stam, 4 strength leather belt. Oh, he got his ass beat there, man. But 4 skill doing pretty good. Might be dying. I'm sorry to hear that. Jump low. Big miss. 1-2 jump lows. Not gonna do any damage because of the massive guts lead his opponent has. The damn. He's swinging big. He wants that kill. Rapid flick gonna do a good chunk. Not enough to kill though. Slash combo again. That wasn't the play. We got a rapid flick. Alright, 1-1 going into game 3. Leg cramps in your sleep, wake up screaming like night. Oh yeah, I was in a hotel room once where that shit happened to my friend, and it was so funny because he had fallen asleep, and there was like 5 or 6 of us in the hotel room, and we were all still awake, like playing Smash or something, and he just wakes up screaming so loud, and we don't know what the fuck is happening because he can't like vocalize that like he has like a serious leg cramp, and we're just like, is he dying? Like, did he have a nightmare? What's going on here? And then he was like almost crying and we figured out what it was and then we helped him, but it took a second. Poor guy. He went on to be kind of famous for reasons nobody wants to be famous for. We won't worry about that. I've never had sleep paralysis. No, I have a friend who, I don't know how much of the story I can tell because it's going to become very obvious if you, like, look it up, like, who I'm talking about. But let's just say, he got into, like, he had, like, a humiliation fetish of sorts. And that resulted in a lot of stuff being posted online. A lot of videos that were not... they weren't good for anybody. Nobody wanted to see them. And I think he's the only one who wanted anyone to see them. And then I remember the person posting them got really like pissy about it because they're like, this is a fetish, he wants me to do this, he has my consent. And it's like, okay, but like you sound like an evil freak for like putting this shit up online. And then like she had like a big meltdown about it, and she was basically like a dom who, you know, like did this for money, and she was like posting videos about him that were like super embarrassing, and because like that was his kink, right? But it's like you would think that you would have a little bit of like, I don't know, a little bit of like social awareness to know that like it's still not like cool. Like whether or not they're a consenting adult, it's still like fucked up and it's gonna ruin their life. I don't know. In the appropriate spaces, like on Reddit. Like posting in the most public spaces possible. And just like, he paid me to do this, I have his consent, so it's okay. And it's like, okay, I guess. In the same way that like, you know, there's certain places where assisted suicide is legal, like I get it. But like, I don't know, man. Not safe for work Reddits. Oh, they're not on the. It's not safe for work. It's just, it's just very strange. Can you sue someone for posting something like that? I don't think the person who said, yes, you have my consent to post this, can sue them for it. But it's just like, why are you doing this? Like, surely there's a more ethical way to make money. He wanted his shame on display, yeah, and there's people willing to take his money to make it happen. Not my bag, mine neither. Okay. TT and not Atomo. Not Atomo with the big damage and the low life. TT doesn't have very high life either, but can survive a couple of attacks at least. And the 1-2 kiss miss? Alright. I said a couple. It did not survive a couple of attacks. Game number 2. Charge. Big damage there. But she's still alive. The Pats? Damn. Okay, hits the 1-2 punch. That did pretty good damage. Another charge comes out, though. There's a grit. TD's in it still. Oh, the foolery. Mamma mia. No. The foolery. What are the odds of that? Oh, I'd have to load her up again. I'm not going to do that. Look at it later. Some monsters, humanoid females. There's one specific breed of monsters in this game that are humanoid females, and that's the pixie breed. And then the way this game works is that there are different, like all the monsters can combine attributes with each other, right? So the big robot we just saw is like a rock golem that combines with like a metal alien guy, and he makes a little, like a spacesuit in the shape of the rock guy. The girl we just saw is pixie mixed with a hare. Undine? Yeah, Undine too, I suppose, but... Yeah, Monster Rancher's whole thing is that all the breeds can combine with each other. So there's only like 38 main monsters, and then, as you'll see here, it's gonna look real similar. We got Pixie mixed with the same metal alien as that the rock guy was from the last fight. At this point, it might just make Tank, Reaper, or Bazoo with Nero's loadout. Just test the difference. What would the difference be? They're all pretty similar in Guts regen, right? The slaps. Big Pat into the bolt. Oh, she gets the kill in the last second. Alright, Tank would fare with those techs. Oh, with loadout. I thought you meant the stats. Oh, I see you said Tank. You did say Tank. Yes. 100 life is really hard to make work. There's so many monsters running like 500 accuracy, like 500 skill, and like S accuracy attacks in this version. Is this the monster that was DQ'd? Yeah. Unfortunately. But it's lost both its sets regardless so far. Playing with 420 life, it's pretty funny. I'm a big fan. I just wish it wasn't 50 over the cap. Sucker Punch and Mock Swagger. Is Mock Swagger a Mick Jagger or a Jack Swagger reference? Or is it both? Could be both. Okay. Here we go. The uppercut hits. Leaf Gatling big damage. It's not enough to kill. Crit? No, crit wouldn't have killed. We've been close. Double leaf galling, definitely gonna do it though. Game number 2. Twister, big chunk of damage. He gives him anger. Angry Mystic Pot or something would be sick. Magic Pot is okay too. Steal a little bit of life. He's back in it. It's as if nothing happened. Ooh, a little bit of damage. Leaf Gun. Got some Mock Swagger. The 2-0. Pretty flying Duckenstein. Okie dokie. The white Suezo and the Duckin. Who we got? Big Missile at 69%. Pretty nice. Tail Assault at 90. 89. 99. 98. You dead? Tail Assault is so good for how cheap it is, man. Especially when your opponent can't dodge. Telekinesis, the opposite. When your opponent can't dodge, it's like the worst use of your guts imaginable. 2 missiles is the first time we've seen that hit all tournament. He gets the KO with it. Game number 3. Here we go. The anger. Angry Flutter Slap. Ooh, he doesn't get grit. This way is going to take it. And Bukirati and Stinky for our last match of round 2. Okay, here we go. Speedy versus Tanky. Very tanky. I don't think I realized it had 400 defense last time. Real low skill, though. 4% on Flame. That, the 7 guts rate versus the 18 guts rate. Or what's Kato got? 15, maybe? Buki's got, like, double... Is Crescent 13 guts rate? I didn't know Crescent's was that fast. Buki gonna take it despite, you know, the like 0% chance to hit. Aerial Claw, big damage opener. Real tanky though. Another Aerial Claw, the crits, it's not enough to kill. I guess when you can attack like 400 times, it's fine if you miss a couple. Got ready to 17? Yeah, it's real bad. It's the Aerial Claw. We're going to game 3. That's 14, okay. Okay, thank you. Thrust Claw? Miss. Slash Claws. Alright, we got some damage on the board. Damn, he's missing so much, though. He's, like, actually not in a very good spot, all things considered. Because, yeah, 1 hit there, and now he's got to make a lot of room up. Does he even have the time to do it? He's not going to do it. Buki's going to take that. Gambler, go big or go home. No skill. Pretty good versus other tanks, though. 2-1. The Pixie wins. Okay. Hour and a half to do the rest of it? I think we can make it happen. I'm going to go get some water. I will BRB. And then we will get our final round out of the way. Hey, welcome back. The Trivago ad in the year 2026 of our Lord. Dude, and he's got such fucked up teeth now, and they obviously dub all of his lines. It's crazy. Surprise and Trolley Ollie up next. He's got that, like, meth veneer going on, where, like, when they take all your teeth out and they, like, give you, like, a fake, like, disc that's supposed to kind of look like teeth. I'm not gonna Google what the Trivago guy looks like right now, but they must have played like 100 like ads for it during Stranger Things when I was watching the new season. Like every ad was a Trivago ad. All right, round 3. We're in the final round. Surprise and Trolley Ollie. Also, I was rewatching the John Boy's pretty good series about the Reform Party, because it's really interesting. And every single commercial, I made sure, like, if there was ever a commercial that wasn't this, I would have made a note of it. But it's every single commercial. There must have been like 50 throughout like the 4 hours of the video. Was for this new Amazon streaming show called like Hijack with Idris Elba, but it got to the point where by the end of like me watching like the 3-part miniseries that he made, I knew the entire commercial word for word, bar for bar, start to finish, and I'll never watch this show. So I don't know what the point of that, spending that much money on ads were, but I know it exists and I will not watch it. I was like surprised that every single ad was the one ad. They didn't mix it up at all. The bounds. We're in game 3, by the way. Maximal beam, big damage. Surprise gonna take that and goes 3-0 on the day. Good for him. Good for Surprise. Duckwild and Tactical Nuke up next. Are both wait, is Duckwild and Tactical Nuke are... Tactical Nuke is the Zoom. I was gonna say they both sound like Duckins, but the Duckin I'm thinking of is Quactical Nuke, which is an old... I think that's from before DX. Maybe not. They just bought all the ad space for that time block, which is wild to me. I don't know how buying ads on YouTube AdSense works, but I could see that. Okay. Here we go. Are we going to have 2 ducks, 3-0 today? Firebomb, big miss. Flutter Slap, kind of a big miss when your opponent only has 240 life. The double Flutter Slap, he's angry. He can't get a kill here with Flutter Slap, even if he rolls it down all the way. Ooh, the single claw, gonna put him back in the game. 2 in a row. Tactical Nuke takes game 1. Game 2, here we go. The beam shower, Duckwild gonna take it. We're on to game 3. Here we go. YouTube breaks their days into blocks with more active blocks costing more. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never bought ad space, so I don't know. Tactical Nuke with the one shot. I've been interested in like maybe just promoting one video to see what happens. Coitus and R-Type, because I've seen, like, I've talked to friends who have done it, and they're like, it's almost like an infinite money cheat if the video actually does pop off, because you spend like $10 to make $20 if the video does well. But it's just gambling, right? Like, it might not do well. People might not give a shit. Okay. I think it could be funny for science just to promote one video and see what's up. Maybe a video that's like old. Just like the how to play Monster Rancher 2, like the first Rancher Rundown, like the remake I did at the end of last year. Or a new one, I don't know, I don't really care. You can do whatever. But yeah, next Rancher Rundown is on Combination, and then we're back to just monsters, because there's no like big concepts left that I haven't really touched on. Pixie showed up my recommended. Sure, others would be interested if they wouldn't have otherwise seen it. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's obviously a market for it. We were talking about it earlier, but like Guide to Nerdhood, like his Monster Rancher videos do like a lot better than mine, and they're just kind of like a guy talking to a camera. No disrespect. He kind of doesn't. He's not saying much. Yeah, it's not a camera, a microphone. Coitus with the 2-1. Astrolad and try dodging. It does make sense that the videos that are just like taken from stream and they're like gameplay don't do like incredibly well. Like it's not edited to be like perfect start to finish like a Rancher Rundown is, but it's also like maybe an hour of work and I make like 20 bucks on the video lifetime or whatever. Yeah, the Digimon World videos he has are better. The Monster Rancher videos have been a little bit, you know, you can tell when he's gonna put out a Monster Rancher video because he comes into the Monster Rancher Discord and he's like, hey, do you guys know anything about X or Y? Just like looking for info, which is fine. That's the way to do it, instead of just like making stuff up or like going to the wiki. Not seen a single one. They're not. The Digimon World videos are better for sure. He knows more about that. I think that's a problem that like a lot of YouTubers have, is that they have their niche and then they try and expand outward from their niche because they think it's just like, might as well make videos about different stuff. But if you're not putting in, like, if you don't already have the knowledge base, and this isn't like a problem with him, this is just, you know, it's human nature. Trainer must be Filipino. There's a lot of Filipino players, a lot of Filipino, a lot of Indonesian players in the Monster Rancher scene. Like I've seen other people do it. I'm pretty sure Try Dodging landed the Cyclone game 1, and we're playing a third game even though he's up 2-0. Okay, I'm lost now. I don't know what the score is anymore. Fuck, man. I was thinking Try Dodging was just gonna win again. Does anyone know the score? Fuck. Let me rewatch real quick. Sec. Got you off topic? No, it's fine. I should be paying attention. It's just, it's hard. That's the wrong video. That's just a clip. That's the wrong video. That's just a clip. That's the wrong video. That's just a clip. Okay. So here's the broadcast. I should do this on YouTube. It's way easier on YouTube. But yeah, like people, they just have like intrinsic knowledge about the things that they are fans of, right? So they don't need to do a ton of research because they already know the answers to things. I'm the same thing way with Monster Rancher, right? And then Try Dodging 1 again. Yeah, okay. So Try Dodging 1. But then what happens is they try to make videos on other things and they just don't like they do the same amount of research going into the new topic. And you know, that's not great if you don't already have like the knowledge base. I've seen so many, like even like bigger channels do that. Well, I mean, it's especially bigger channels. Smaller channels actually tend to try a little bit harder to gain, I don't know, like do the research, unless they're like a good big channel, someone like an H Bomber guy, or you know, someone who like actually is sitting there and like doing research and not just spitting stuff out like Spitonio. Should have someone tally the scores? That's asking a lot. Alright, here we go. But yeah, these Monster Rancher videos, it feels like they're just made because he's hoping people will watch them, versus the other ones are like, you can tell he like knows a lot and like cares deeply about the games. He's made like 2 or 3 videos now that are like the secrets of Monster Rancher 2, and it's like 20 minutes to explain like 10 seconds of trivia. The big knock. But they're getting views, is my point. They're getting views, so obviously there is a market out there for people who like haven't watched my stuff, who would be interested in it. The big knock. The big angry knock. Capital knockers, madam. Hits the tentacles. Not enough to kill. That tongue slap miss. We're still in there, folks. That flattening. Gonna get him smooshed. I just want to take a crack at doing Elder Scrolls videos. I just know nothing about video editing. I didn't know anything about video editing or voiceovers or any of that stuff when I started. And you can tell because my first video is trash.
It's almost 4 years since you quit. Time flies like a dead phoenix.
Hey, JSND. Since UKMR, yeah, that's crazy, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Also, Bagman, I missed it earlier. Josh Hayes doing a ton of research on the internal mechanics of Jade Cocoon for his video on it. Weird seeing a load of stuff I helped research in the past show up in a 6-figure YouTuber's video, though. Yeah, I mean, at least, like, when people put in the effort, like, it feels nice, right? We tend to be a little bit precious about the games we like. And when we feel like somebody is not putting in the effort, they're doing it a disservice. And that's not necessarily like a healthy way to interact with media. But I think it's okay to be critical of something if, like, in general. Like, I'm not being a hater. There's no sour grapes because someone made a Monster Rancher video that gets more views than some of the stuff I put out. Like, you know, more power to them. It's just, you know, the comments are kind of giving him a hard time too. So life caught my attention. I wish there were attorneys back then. A good thing there is now, and you get to enjoy your monsters play. Hell yeah. Yeah, so if you're new, like if this is the first time you're catching it, I have a whole video series on like competitive breakdowns of each monster. And we've done most of them. I think there's like 6 I haven't done yet. Over the last 4 years, I've just been doing, you know, trying to put them out as much as possible. I try when my work schedule allows for it to do like one like well-edited video a month. And then, you know, just edited from stream stuff for the rest of the month. Like the challenge runs, like the Nuzlocke stuff, my playthrough of Monster Rancher 4, things like that. Stinky with a really quick 2-0 there. Dockenstein and Nurple up next. TD didn't have a great night tonight. Yeah, we tried to stream at least one Monster Hunter tournament a week here, and then we do other stuff. It's mostly Monster Hunter still, but like, you know, I've been playing a lot of like Pokemon Auto Chess lately. We played through Mammon King, which is like a Monster Hunter inspired game that I was being a little critical about earlier today because all of the marketing for it was like, it's a Japanese YouTuber who loves Monster Hunter, and it's like, I have enough money to like bankroll a game, so we're gonna do that. Hey, Venetian Wolf Zen, thank you. And they're just like, this is a labor of love, and I just want to make my my dream game, and if it doesn't do well, then so be it. And so it's like, damn, that's really sick. And then you play the game, and the entire game, start to finish, is assets, and like there's AI art in it, and I'm pretty sure the music is all stock. It's just like, what do you mean this is like the game you wanted to make? It's like no effort put into this. The AI art is, I don't think, it's not like AI art in the way that like you're thinking of it. But what it is it's taking like screenshots of the creatures for their cards and then AI upscaling it, and it makes them look so fucking ugly. Like they're so warped, and like the teeth are like melting into their jaw. And only gripe about this game is humans are immortals. They just don't expect you to have no life, right? That's what it is. They don't expect me to have no life. Still not great? No, because it looks bad. It's not like a moral quandary as much as it's just like simply lazy. Whereas like, you know, with like other Gen AI stuff, there's like, should you be doing this? Is this ethical? Whatever, right? This one is just like, this kind of looks bad, and like you could have put like a tiny bit more effort in. I love Monster Hunter series as a kid. Even the anime was awesome. My favorite monsters are worms and pixies. Hell yeah. If you want, you know, it's a couple days old now, but every year we do a drinking game stream for the Monster Hunter anime for New Year's. We spend like 5 hours and we just watch a bunch of episodes from the show, and there's a whole bunch of rules. It's like, take a drink every time Suezo fails to teleport, take a drink every time Mochi says double pounder, stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun, but you're like 5 days late for it, unfortunately. But I do have, it's a consolation. I was showing this the other day. What drawer is it in? I was gifted this like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I first started streaming. It's the only gift I've ever been given. That's not true. Golden Experience gave me a tie-dye shirt he made at the Combo Breaker. But I got this Blockbuster video. It says Video Monster, but it's from Blockbuster, from the town of like, what is it, like Snowflake, Arizona? What is this? No, sorry. Snowflake Taylor Public Library. Snowflake Taylor is the name of the town in Arizona. And, yeah, it was, someone just messaged me and they're like, can I have your address? And I was like, I'm such a small streamer at this point. I'm still a small streamer now, but back then I had like, I think 200 followers on Twitch, and I was getting like 15, 20, 30 on like a really, really good night, like total viewers. And now it's like, tonight is like a low-key night, and we're getting like 100 between Twitch and YouTube right now. Just won the Monster Hunter 1 and 2 giveaway. Hell yeah. Super excited to be playing through Monster Hunter 1DX first. Definitely taking my time once the weekend comes. Sick. When did I start playing Monster Hunter 2? The year it came out. I didn't know Monster Hunter 1 was a game, and I had been watching the anime. And then I saw Monster Hunter 2, and I was like, oh shit, let's play this. I had no idea what it was. like how the game worked. I expected to go into it and it was going to be a RPG like Pokemon, where it's like you get Mochi first and then you're gonna get like Suizo and then like hair and whatever, like the way it does in the anime. And I remember after getting Mochi, and then it's like, oh, I can go to the shrine and get another monster? What is this? Hold on, what's Zoom? Like, oh my god, I can be a dinosaur? Sick. So my very first monster was a Mochi I named Mochi, because I didn't understand how the game worked. And then, I would say like 2 hours later, I got a Zoom from the market, and I named it Speedy, and that was the first one. The giveaway, I think, is over. But you can join the Discords if you want more info on that. Alright, game 3, here we go. So your experience with Monster Hunter 1, so I'm starting there first. 1's a fun game. It's not as good, IMO. But, you know, it's fine. What I like about the PS1 version is I can use other discs, summon monsters, and we had a lot of game discs back then. Yeah. Swapping discs was sick. Also, diving press with power. I'm sorry, brother. What's the monster? Just a mask and a cape? That's Galley. Okay, so. Beware a dog. Gonna take that one. Sucker Punch and Nero. I think there's only one Galley in today's tournament, and he's already done all his fights.
This is anime, boys. It's not really like this. I don't know why I did that.
It's like, it's 50-50 on if I'm going to hit it or not when I first do it, and then I have to like...
I'm Galley. Sometimes I'm just like this.
I don't know what voice that is. That's not the Peter Lorre voice.
Watch out for my Galley finale.
Okay, here we go. Nero with 100 life. He's been trying his hardest, but 100 life is really not much. Got so mad as a kid because I never got high enough rank to figure out what was on my mom's copy of Believe by Cher. Yeah, not being able to unlock everything as a kid always felt frustrating, for sure.
Full Stitch, it is kind of...
Yeah, it is Stitch. That is what that is. That's so good. Ever seen either of these monsters before? We got Bajaro and we got Centaur. Alright. Here's Meatwad.
Yeah. Hey guys.
It is kind of Meatwad too. Meatwad and Stitch are pretty close. I'm not a voice actor. I'm not a rapper. Stitchwad. Ooh, shit! Sucker Punch gonna take that. Beat up the horse. Alright. TGAC and Turkish Hair. Turkish Hair, will be given the win here regardless, because TGAC is way over the cap, but we can still watch him fight. Yeah, Centaur is mixed with Durahan. Seeing Durahan in the Major 4 for the first time was like, I was such like, oh my god, there's so much in this game I haven't seen yet. Soldier Gabu was the best early game monster for you. Had high stats on summoning. It did, yeah. Pretty easy to get too, because, you know, Metal Gear Solid was a pretty ubiquitous game. I only ever had the second disc of Metal Gear Solid. I found it outside. I was like, this is mine now. I just found it like in a park. But I never had the first disc, so I've never played the game. That happened to me with a couple of games. That happened to me with Tekken 1 as well. It happened to me with Chain of Memories as well. I found that in a puddle outside. And I dried it out and then played it. And I was like, yeah, this game's okay. Not too bad. No plan on getting rid of my chariot. I'm still following through on the tank build. Remembering your roots.
Bye, Daddy. I'm dying.
Found one of your copies of Forbidden Memories in a fairground parking lot. Hell yeah. It's back from whence you came. Oh, man. Oh, DGAC gonna take it, but we still gotta give him the loss. Isn't there a Monster Rancher 3 where they introduced the lobster-like monster? There is a Monster Rancher 3, but they introduced the lobster-like monster in Monster Rancher 2. His name is Arrowhead. He is a cool lobster. Gave my copy of Forbidden Memories to a girl I was crushing on his little brother. Did it help? Alright, Bitsy's final match. I know you need to go to bed, so you can watch this and get the hell out of here. Not in the slightest? Yeah, that checks out. Thanatos. It helps if I spell it right. Thanatos. But not with the case or cards? What cards did it come with? Here we go. Okay, the game 1 is in the books. Game 2, here we go. Didn't get the kill this time. There's the reel. He is going to be a little bit tankier, but if she can run out the reel, then he's in trouble now. He's not in trouble. He's just going to land the attack. Metal Morph, Red Eyes, Black Metal, and Harpy's Pet Dragon. Really? Damn, that's actually sick. That's a good cross-section of cards. I mean, Harpy's Pet Dragon sucks ass, but, you know, it's... Even back then it wasn't very good, but still a cool card. Big Mike and Thrice Dice. Sorry, I was just looking at the scores real quick. Frame 1 Death Energy brings back memories. Yeah. What's really funny is that Death Energy is like not actually a very good tech. It's really expensive for how much damage it does. And by and large, swinging an attack that doesn't do a lot of damage on frame 1 is a really good way to lose in competitive play. Because, you know, you go down on Guts, and then Guts is like universal buff. The more Guts you have, the more damage you do, the more damage you... Like, the higher your defense gets boosted, the more speed you have, the higher your accuracy is. All of that scales with how much Guts you have. So if you swing like a low damage attack early on, you're at a disadvantage. Death Energy is big, killing. Like, the reason everybody is afraid of it is because nobody got to rank S and ran any life. And the people who ran speed could not survive it because they would get hit 50% of the time anyway and die. So what's really funny is if you roll into rank S with like 600 life, Death Energy is like, if he swings it, he probably instantly loses. It's just that, you know, when you're playing casually, you're not thinking about that. Thanks for tuning in. Glad your monster did well. If you're into Monster Hunter, I like Digimon. Yeah, I like Digimon. I played through Digimon World 1 for the first time this year. And it was fun. A lot of backseating, though, where people were being real obnoxious about it. Like, well, how come he's not doing X? Like, is he playing badly on purpose? Yada, yada, yada. And it's like, why are you guys so weird about this, man? Thrice Dice with the big damage game 1. 2 swings for a little bit there. That double face attack misses the second one. I love Digimon Digital Card Battle, though. We still have to... Me and Macho still have to do the stream where we do PvP for it. And I want to eventually hold a Digimon Digital Card Battle PvP night. Like, we'll have a little tournament. Because you can just play over Parsec. Or, like... any of like the arcade game clients, like there's one, what's it called? I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Arcadia? Is it just Arcadia, but it's like extremely Eastern European? It's a arc. That's how it's pronounced. Or that's how it's written. I don't... At this point, you need a disclaimer that you're not that good at a game you're playing for the first time. Even then, I don't think I'll stop the backseating. The thing that's really crazy to me is that so little of Twitch at this point is like watching someone play a video game because they're good at the video game, right? Unless you're watching a speedrunner or you're like really into fighting games or like League of Legends or whatever and you're watching like for the high level gameplay. Most people are watching and like this is about as close as they get to watching the game, right? Like, it's mostly just to, like, interact with the streamer and talk shit and, like, you know, goof around and do whatever. And then there's also a video game as a backdrop for it. Like, the tournaments are fun. I enjoy doing the tournaments, and people enjoy watching the tournaments. But so many people watch them as, like, background noise. It's just a thing that goes on in the background. And you can tell because, like, I don't have the most active chat. Even when I have, like, you know, 200 viewers between Twitch and YouTube, chat's not going crazy. And it might be the same as someone who's got, like, 30 viewers total. Arcadecia. Okay. Arcadecia. Okay, that makes sense. But it's just because most people who have it on are just, like, watching... like in the periphery. They just have it on while they're doing other stuff. They're just... it's the same way that if they had like a baseball game on or whatever. And that's totally fine to me. That's not like... I don't take offense to that or anything like that. I think that's... if you want to like interact with Monster Hunter that way, that's super sick. Okay, we're almost done tonight though. Siren and the Mold. Here we go. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 10 total, including this, to go. So yeah, we're gonna... this is maybe the most matches I've done in one night. 66? I think so. It's pretty close. But also, we did it without bets. Siren, gonna take game number 1. Ooh, the long punch, a little bit of damage there. Just like a broadcast of sports game, which I don't find a bad thing, really. No, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm not saying this as like a woe is me or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to even... I don't think it's negative at all. I think it's a good thing. It's just my point is that like people aren't really watching YouTube to like really watch high level gameplay anymore, or Twitch to watch high level gameplay anymore. It's not like 2012. To be fair, I don't actually know if it ever was the case outside of like ultra competitive games. It's still the same. Like nobody's watching for the sake of like, I really want to watch this game. Unless, you know, it's your first time watching the stream and you're like, oh, I found the stream because I really like this game. And then, you know, you end up hanging out and chilling because you enjoy the vibes of the stream or whatever. Piss, baby. Here to ruin the vibes of the stream, by the way. And not Atomo. Such an even voice. That, I feel like that helps a lot in terms of like having it on in the background. Because like if you have a really nasal voice or you get like really excited or whatever, it becomes... It draws your attention too much, right? I'm okay being wallpaper. I'm okay not being like extremely obnoxious and in your face. And, you know, that's no way to pay the bills if you want to do this full time. Unless you're extremely talented and you're like a Sajam type or whatever. But it's also, you know, conducive to this environment, I think. Hey, Dev, how are you doing? Sometimes I look for streamers playing really old games I used to love and see if there's anyone still playing it. Hell yeah. But then you're not going to watch it and be like, oh, this guy sucks at this game. You're not searching the game to find people who are really good at it. You're searching just to see if someone's watching or playing it, and then you can like bond over the like shared enjoyment of the game. You're not like, actually, you suck. Damn, that's a big headbutt, man. We're going to game 3. The big charge, Piss Baby's still in there, though. Leaf Gatling will kill. It misses. Another charge. Not Atomo gonna take it. Piss Baby doing his best. The biggest headbutt in the West. Not enough, but it does take 1 game. Bapper and Karazakar up next. Eight games left. Oh my gosh, you're playing this and bonding over that. Yeah, exactly. More like Brapper. Not this guy specifically. We had a couple of Brappers tonight. I-beam big damage opener, 50-50 shot. Slash claw miss on the 84, wow. Bapper 1 for 3 on moves at like 75% or higher. Krazakar gonna just hit every attack, beat his ass. There fart text tonight? Yeah, there's a hair. Hopefully when Mock eventually makes it into line Monster Farm, they'll give him more power text. He needs a second one. He has the least amount of power text of any monster in the franchise. Tongue slap, big miss. What annoyed me about Monster Rancher is when they called tigers, obviously wolves, that there's many levels of bad transliteration happening there. It's actually supposed to be here, it's actually like this. That's actually what the name is. And then it got transliterated to tiger. So they named the wolf tiger. You should watch my my Tiger video where I go into how Tecmo had a game called Rygar, and then they made a monster named Rygar. That is, it's not really named after that, but I say it is for the sake of making a joke in the video. But then in the original NES game Rygar, that's also a mistake. The hero's name is not Rygar. It's supposed to be the boss's name, and the boss is like a tiger monster. So there's a tiger that was supposed to be named Rygar that in English they fucked up and they named the character Rygar, and then Rygar was the name of the wolf in Monster Rancher, and then that got named Tiger. So it's this big fucking amorphous loop where everything is wrong. There's a tiger named Rygar that wasn't supposed to be called Rygar, and then there's a wolf named Rygar, or a wolf named Tiger that's not supposed to be called Tiger. His name's Rygar. Like, it's the exact opposite. It's really funny. Same company, which is what makes it really funny. So what was the boss's name? Boss's name is also Rygar. It's confusing. And then there's actually 2 Rygar references in Monster Rancher. In Monster Rancher 1DX, they made a new disc monster. Like, they made a new disc subbreed named Disc Arma, and it's the shield that he throws, Captain America style. They made that into a monster. And then in Monster Rancher 4, there is a Psy Roller, which is this like rhino who rides on a wheel. And there's a special breed that looks exactly like Lloyd from the Tales games, but it's not actually Lloyd from the Tales games. It's actually Rygar from the PS2 reboot they made of Rygar. He looks exactly like the Rygar from the PS2 version, but he also does look exactly like Lloyd from Tales. Did I forget about that or not know about it? Maybe you didn't know about it.
Alright.
The tax collector Jeff? The tax collector Jeff. Alright. This monster isn't in the game. This is a reskin I made. There is a mod for Monster Rancher 2 that you can get called the More Monsters mod, which aims to add 1,000 new monsters to the game. Basically, all of the mixed breed combinations that don't actually exist in-game, i.e. Plant Dragon, as you see here. So, it'll be added into the game, and it won't just be a reskin. It'll have all the stats that, like, a Plant Dragon would have, like the life gains, the power gains, the intelligence gains, the lifespan, guts regeneration rate, all of that stuff will be accurate to what it would be following the formulas that are already in the game. It's supposed to be a Queen Plant, yeah. But I made this here. So, like, I made this skin. And the next, like, really big tournament we're going to have is going to be run on the mod. Nobody else needs it. You don't need to run the mod if you don't want. I'm the only one who really needs it. But if you want to play with a monster that doesn't exist in the base game, you can get that too. The lifesteal back? That's mine. Damn, the Toxic Pollen got his ass. I still haven't reverted the textures. Yeah, I know. I've been super, super lazy about it. And by lazy, I mean I just keep forgetting. Plant Dragon be 14 or 15? Let's do the math right now. So plant is what? 8 times 0.6 is 4.8. And then Dragon is 19. $12? I don't know if that's right. 12.5, maybe 13. What's the slowest plant right now? Rock Plant still has a 12. Okay, so I think it'd be 13. Because it's 12.6. Pink wins game 2. We're going to game 3. I gotta stop like trying to do other stuff in the middle of the set. Yeah, I've made a couple of monsters. I made this one. I made a Hanger/Duckin. I made a Niton /Duckin. I made Ghost Monel. I made Arrowhead Worm. He's just tanking stuff. That's the world's longest reel. Holy shit. Join just in time to see your plant. I'm sorry I didn't change it back to the queen plant. My bad. How did Pink do tonight? Pink went 1 and 2. It's unfortunate. I made the Mr. Beast color Pandora. I did. Generous and Rip the Whip. I might go 1 and 2 right here too. Pure Plant was 11? No, it's 8. I'm pretty sure. Funnier that's not actually Pink makes the name funnier? Yeah, we were talking about that. The perfect reel couldn't be me? I know. Alright. Not a bad matchup if I can just not swing my slot Vortex. Here we go. Pixie Dragon is also 12, but Pixie has a faster guess rate. It's going to determine how it rounds. Because Pixie plus Dragon would be like a 12.2, and then Pixie plus Plant plus Dragon would be a 12.6. Okay, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Only swing a slot 4. Who cares? Big bite. Soundwave Owl really not doing them any good. There's the anger. The ease. Soundwave Owl into ease. Oh, he'd be dead. Telekinesis, a little bit of damage. He's still in it. More anger. Tongue slap. Okay. He swung. He just missed a lot of 40%. What are you gonna do? Big stab damage. This is the whip. It's a Soundwave L. It's gonna land. It's not gonna kill though. Not killing Generous is dangerous. He does a lot of damage. Misses the Soundwave again. Telekinesis gonna do a little bit there. Ooh, Telepathy, good crit. Spiked Shell, he's gonna land another one. He gets it with 1 second on the clock. My boy goes 2-1. Let's go. I heard Qwerty used to kick your ass all the time. In Monster Rancher 1, yeah, Qwerty has like an insane amount of speed for rank C. Pretty Fly and Pew Q up next. Hey, Aflo, how have you been? Yeah, we're chilling. Running a league right now. Bunch of Monster Rancher tournaments. Okay. I've been trying to think for the Deluxe Cup. So, those of you who don't know, the Deluxe Cup this year, we are going to be playing with the More Monsters mod. I did just mention that, but I'll mention it again. I don't know who I want to raise. I probably want to raise one of the guys I made. I'm thinking either Plant Dragon or, like, the Hanger Duckin. Hanger Duckin, I think, would be pretty cool. There's a lot of other, like, really neat monsters that other people have made. It's a big detriment to slow guts rate monsters when their guts freeze when they do text. If they slow the guts rate down when they do text instead, maybe it wouldn't be as bad. It completely changes the balance of the game if you do that. We're playing a different game at that point. Slow guts rate monsters have other advantages. You'd like to play? Well, you know, if you join the Discord, !Discord, you'll be able to see when I post the forums to go live. Alright, so that's 1-1? The sign-up should go live next week, and then all the rules and stuff will be there. Pretty Fly, gonna take that. Alright, 4 more matches. We got Buki and Mock up first. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's always a lot of fun. Very fun to ranch mods. Yeah, everyone's super helpful. That's the thing that's like great, is that even when I'm not able to give advice, everyone else is just like so excited that other people are playing the game that they're willing to help out. It's like, it's a pretty universal thing that everybody who plays Monster Rancher really like desperately wanted their friends to play Monster Rancher with them as well, and nobody's friends gave a shit about Monster Rancher. It's like, why are you trying to make me play this fucked up game? I'm gonna go play, I don't know. What were my friends playing at the time? Like, I don't know. I think they were playing like Rainbow Six on like the N64. It's Pretty Fly's name based on song lyrics. What kind of guy is he? That may answer your question. It's a riddle. Thank you for hosting. Well, thank you for watching. Mocksway with a double headbutt. Mock is actually so sick in mixed attacker format. He's so much better when he has access to headbutt. Pretty Fly for a one-eyed guy. Pretty Fly for a dead guy. Alright, we're going to... It's 1-all? I think? Did she win the other one? The world may never know. Greatest question of our time. Should questions be answered? Some people say maybe. Others aren't so sure. Okay, that's 3 games. But I don't know who won game 1. Do I gotta watch it back again? I think I gotta watch it back again. Alright. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. We'll get the next one loaded up while we're doing this. Okay, next up we got Nicotine and Recoil Rex. Alrighty, here we go. It's actually like kind of crazy, and like I'm not as embarrassed about it as I feel like I should be, but like one of like my top 5 bands in my Spotify Wrapped was The Offspring this year. But it's like almost explicitly because of Smash. I listen to Smash so much this year. Very good workout album. Americana has a couple of bangers on it that people like to pretend don't exist. They're too good for the self-titled. They're too good for Or sorry, the eponymous song, I should say. They're too good for Staring at the Sun. They're not all Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Some of them are like actual songs. Okay, Buki won game 1, Buki won game 2, Mach won game 3. So Buki wins that one 2-0. And then this one's going to game 3, right? I think this is going to game 3. I gotta watch this too. Well, okay, Nico won it regardless. 2 tried to recruit your friends back to play this with you, but they'd rather play Pokemon instead? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I will say, though, showing this to one of my friends who, you know, one of my good buddies, we only ever played it one time. His very first monster was a Renacraft Arrowhead Hanger. And he was so hyped on it. And then, you know, you can unlock Phoenix really early in the game. But I had forgotten how early you could, like, actually see the expedition, which is, like, you only have to be rank D with 140 life, I think. So, you know, instantly, basically. And then me and him watching the Phoenix fly away from the volcano was just like, yeah, like super pog moment. And I don't know, that shit was sick. I don't know, it wasn't the only time we played, because then he came over later and we played on my file a little bit, and I was in the Major 4. Trying to beat the Major 4 with like a coked out blue Kato that I had given Taromi into or something to like give him max speed and skill. Alright. Wayward Son and Azorius. Needle stabs, big damage. Needle stabs, big damage. Okay, it's game 1. Too much stabbing. What's wrong with the world today, mama? People acting like they got no mama. We're going to game 3? Look at that. Yeah, my first monster to die was a Dayton. And I remember getting so upset because I had no idea it could happen in game. Azorius gonna take that one 2-1. And our last match of the night. Look at that. We had a couple of fast fights. We finished in 3.5 hours. 66 fights. James Pond and Cyborg. Death in this game, you know, it hits pretty hard. They do a good job of like making you feel bad. Never see Zoom Galley? The last galley I raised was named Basura Blanco, which is like white trash. It's bad Spanish. But Basura Blanco. That's probably my favorite Zoom. If I had... Is there one I like more? Damn, the wave riding? Holy moly. Yeah, that was all Zooms tournament. Oops, all Zooms. I've not seen it get used much? No, it's definitely not common. I picked it specifically because I think in that tournament everyone had the same guts rate. Everyone was allowed to have the same like maximum guts rate for the Zoom, which allowed everyone to just run their favorite instead of worrying about competitive viability. Kind of crazy to think about. We got a tournament with like 20 entrants that was just Zooms. All right. So the whale does the thing. James Pond wins it. Won by In Salamander with signature HM tech. Yeah. And then second place was, I'm pretty sure, a Firebomb Wood Saurian, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was Intelligent Zoom, and HM is pretty fucked up, as it turns out. Okay. All done. Let's take a look. End the tournament. Standings. Who do we got? Got Surprise, Quidditch, Lame Marvis, Tactical Nuke, Try Dodging with 3 O's. Duck Wild, Thanatos DX, Trolley Ollie, Spatonio, Bitsy, R-Type, Astrolad, Siren, Krozakar, Bukiarati, Nicotine, James Pond, Not Atomo, Rip the Whip, Thrice Dice, Pretty Fly, Azorius with a 2-1. And Hoy Quarlo with 2-1. And then we got Piss Baby, Pink, Generous, Wayward Son, Bapper, Mock Swagger, Cyborg, The Mold, Pew, Q, Recoil, Rex, Duck and Stain, Stinky, Turkish Hair, Beware of Dog, Sucker Punch, Good Luck, Have Fun, Big Mike, Nero, TG Ack. Oh, sorry. And Sucker Punch is with the 1 and 2. And then Good Luck, Have Fun, Big Mike, Nero, TG Ack, Nurple, and TT with the 0 and 3. It happens. A duck in every tier. And a duck in every pot, baby. It's kind of surprising some of the numbers for HM Power Text is cranked a lot, like Roll Assault. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Heavy Sleeper? Heavy Sleeper would be a great name. All right, everybody. Super fun. Thanks for tuning in. I had a real good time. I really got it shaved. Jesus Christ. It's itchy. I can't grow a real beard, man. It'd be cool if I could, but I can't. So, you know, what are you going to do? All right, let's raid somebody real quick, and then... Come on, Snoozy, bring me some Z's. What do we got? Who's streaming? Bunch of people streaming. Anybody playing Monster Rancher? Literally me and Monster Bet. What else is new? All right. We're just raiding Mar. Mar's great. Hope you guys have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be streaming some more. I don't know if I'll be doing more Monster Rancher or if... God, look at the sweat stains. It's always there. It's still wet. It's not a sweat. It's not a stain. That's fresh sweat. We are going to be doing, I don't know, maybe some Pokemon Auto Chess, maybe some more Monster Rancher 2 speedrunning. Like Monster Rather? Oh, you like Ninster Rancher. Okay, that's sick. I'm a big Ninster Rancher fan too. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll hang out. We'll play some games. We'll talk some shit. As per usual. But I'm going to go get some sleep. Good night.